a special episode of Kevin at 7, and I am back. Yeah, I've been gone. Well, I haven't gone a long time. So I'll go ahead and give an explanation for why I've been gone. First, let me say what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about how to break through fear and go from fear to certainty. Fear, I don't know what to do. Something's going to happen. To certainty of like, whatever happens, I got this. I'm prepared. I'm on top of it. I'm in control. Okay? Because this is what everybody wants. To get confidence, you just need certainty. If you have certainty, like I know what's going on, I know what's going to happen, and I know it's in control. I'm in control of it. Then you don't have anything to be afraid of. Okay, now I'm going to give you the short answer right now. I'm going to tell you what's been going on with me, so you kind of get caught up with why I have not been on live for over a week. Now, all of you guys had a happy Thanksgiving and a happy Black Friday, and a great Cyber Monday. Oh, and by the way, speaking of Cyber Monday, go to YesMasters.com. Go to YesMasters.com. Do two things. Number one, we have a incredible Black Friday sale coming up. I'm going to be talking about it. Not coming up. It's going on right now. Ends today. It actually ends tonight, midnight tonight. So, two things. Number one, I'm going to do a live training today called the Victory Protocol 2023. This is how do you prepare and win in 2023. So go to YesMasters.com. The registration link is right there on the homepage. Just register for the free live webinar that I'm going to be doing this morning in about 4 hours. In about 4 hours, I'm going to be doing this live training. So go to YesMasters.com and click on the register for the webinar link. Okay. Now, even if you can't be on live today, you'll get access to the replay if you are registered, but you got to be registered to be able to do that. All right. So, what has been happening to me over the last 2 weeks? So I was at an event of my own in North Carolina, which I talked to you guys about that. And then I was going to attend a meditation retreat, which I did. I was off the grid. So for 4 days, really 3 days, I was completely off the grid, or 48 hours with nothing. I came in the day before, so we were off the grid from there. And so I knew I was not going to be able to do live streams from there. And then I flew home on Saturday. When I got home on Saturday, I was like, I don't feel good. And by Monday, I had a raging flu. Or Sunday. So last Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I had fever. I was down with the flu. Thanksgiving Day, I was starting to feel better. I was over it. I hadn't had any fever since, I guess, probably early Wednesday, maybe late Tuesday. And I bet I was weak because I have not had a flu in like this in a long time. Normally I don't get sick. And I had COVID about a year and a half ago. And I think it was a year and a half ago. Was it 2 years ago? Dang. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But anyway, I had COVID whenever that was. And so I got over that way back then. And since then I hadn't been sick, and I'm never sick. And then I got this, and this just like, it's still hanging on, the congestion of it and all that. But I am back. And so welcome back to you guys, Kevin of 7. Good morning. If you come on, type in the chat, just type in the comments where you're from. Thank you, Clint. I am better. I'm better. I'm just still congested a little bit. And I've been having vocal cord issues, which is a different conversation. But today I want to talk about how to break through fear and just turn it from fear to absolute certainty. And I'm going to give you a three-step process. Okay. There's a process, preparation, and then power. This is how it goes. You go from, I got to process my fear. So the first thing you have to do is process your fear. Like, what am I afraid of? What's actually going on? What is actually happening? Is this really something I need to be afraid of? Or is this something I just don't know how to handle? I don't know how to do it, or is it just uncomfortable? You got to process the fear. And then what would it take to eliminate that fear? So this is processing. Instead of running from fear, it is looking the fear right in the eye and say, okay, you son of a gun, what do I have to do to beat you? What do I have to do to overcome this issue right here, this problem, this fear? What do I have to do? Most people tuck tail and run. We live in a world today where people are afraid. They don't even have the courage to face their fear, much less break through the fear. So the first thing you got to do is you got to keep your head and not panic. And then what we do is we get into this panic mode, and then we just stay there and we just dwell in it. And so now we strip focus, and we get obsessed with, oh no, what if? And we retreat into this panic mode, this fear mode, which all it does is attracts more of the crap you don't want, guys. This is the number one thing that happens when you get into a fear place and you stay there. The fear intensifies and you just attract more fear and you attract more to be afraid of. It is the law of attraction in action. Okay. And the law of attraction is just, it's irrefutable. Even neuroscience proves that, just like Earl Nightingale said in The Strangest Secret, you become what you think about. You become what you think about. You become what you think about. If you think about fear all the time, guess what? You're going to become a fearful person. It's just the way it goes. And now you do everything and you react in fear. So you react in panic. You're stressed out all the time. Your cortisol levels are through the roof, and you become a person whose health becomes compromised over time. Worry, anxiety, stress, it becomes a way of life. So what most people do, instead of facing it, dealing with it, or overcoming it, is they sedate. Stop sedating. You're killing yourself. You sedate people. We sedate with social media. We sedate with TV, with movies, with entertainment. We sedate with alcohol, with food, with drugs. We sedate with toxic behaviors. And you sedate because you don't like to feel the fear. Instead of feeling the fear and looking at it and going, like, why am I afraid? What is this to be afraid of? And what do I have to do to get unafraid? So number one, look at it and get like, okay, I'm afraid. Acknowledge it, own it. I am afraid. Because then you have power to do something about it instead of panic. And you're like, oh, it's gonna, and you just run away. I'm afraid. I don't know what to do about it. And then we go to helpless mode. Stop being helpless. So that's number one. Okay. So this happened with COVID. COVID put people into this panic terror mode where they were afraid of everyone, afraid of everything, afraid of dying, afraid of getting it, afraid of the vaccine, afraid of this, afraid of that. Mask, no mask. They just, and so every decision was being made based on people's fear, and people took advantage of people's fear. Do not be somebody who allows yourself to be taken advantage of because of your fear. So that's number one. Then once I acknowledge my fear, I face it, I look at it and go, what am I afraid of? And then I ask the question, what would it take to eliminate this fear? What would it take to overcome this fear? And then that leads to step number two, and that is preparation. Whatever it is that you have to be afraid of, just get prepared for it. Prepare yourself for it. I need to have a conversation with somebody and I'm afraid. Well, prepare yourself for the worst case scenario. What's the worst thing that could happen? Prepare yourself for that, whether it's like you need to take some action or do something, or just you need to prepare myself emotionally and go like, okay, whatever happens, if this is the worst thing that could happen, if that happens, can I survive it? I'll survive fine. Okay, good. Now go. And stop allowing the fear to control you. So it's preparation. Now we're right now in a real estate economy and a real estate market that has turned on a dime. It has smacked people in the face, real estate agents, both new agents and producing agents. Okay, if you're a real estate agent watching this, or if you're an entrepreneur watching this and you're seeing the changes that are happening in the economy, because it's not just interest rates. Okay, it's not just interest rates, it's inflation. It's prices. Prices is inflation, but it's like inflation, they call it 7 point whatever percent. Grocery prices and energy prices are up way in the double digits, some of them pushing 20 to over 20%. So there's inflation, there's the stock market, there's a recession. If we're not in it, we're going into it. Okay, we've been in recession with GDP. I believe we're in recession. I think we're in recession. Okay, government still likes saying we're going to fix everything, everything's going to be fine, but government can't fix everything. Okay, this is just part of the game we have played for all these years with quantitative easing and feds and financial markets manipulation, all that. And now it's just coming home to roost, and it's going to happen. Now we're getting layoffs coming all over the place. You got global conflict, you got all kinds of stuff. Okay, so what are you going to do about it? Well, stop being afraid and go like, what do I need to do to prepare? Because the real estate market is not going to get better overnight. The interest rates are still going to be high. They dropped in the last few weeks. Okay, which is great news. Awesome, good, go. But you cannot let your business and your success and your ability to produce be dependent on interest rates, because you can't control interest rates. So what you got to do, you got to prepare for it. How do you prepare? You train and you get the resources. Okay, so this is why I want you to be with me today on the live webinar. I'm doing this, a brand new webinar. I've never done this training before except for my Roundtable of Thrones. Okay, which is my highest level mastermind, and some of my 500K coaching members that pay me tens of thousands of dollars a year for this training I'm going to give you today for free. Okay, all you need to do is go to yesmasters.com and register for the free training today at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, get there. It is called the Victory Protocol, the 5 steps. I think it's five steps to prepare and win in the current real estate market in 2023. So this is the beginnings of your business planning. Okay, so it's gonna be a 90-minute webinar on how to prepare. I'm calling it Victory Protocol 2023. You need this training. Okay, I've been working on this for weeks. I've been working on it with my coaching members, helping prepare them for 2023. Now I'm going to bring it to you today for free. Go to yesmasters.com and just register. Make sure you're on there today. You want to be on early, be on live at 11 a.m. Pacific time. If you can't be on live, no problem. You'll get the replay, but you got to be registered. So make sure you go get that registration done. Okay, then I've got a brand new event that's coming up in January that is a brand new training and a brand new event for the new market, for the new real estate reality. Okay. And we got Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales going on. If you're on my list, you should be getting stuff like that. I actually, let's see. If you are not, I'll just give you a link right now. Go to agentmasterylive.com, agentmasterylive.com. Okay. And you can get your ticket with over $1,200 of bonuses of literally free courses that I'm giving you that we sell that would cost you over $1,300 to buy these 2 courses. I am giving them away absolutely for free when you get your ticket, and your tickets are on a massive discount. This Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale is stupid. It's a stupid sale, like such a great deal. So make sure you go get that. Okay, now back to our protocol of how to overcome fear and break through from fear to certainty. So number 1, you got to process the fear, face it, focus on it, look at it, and go like, how do I fix it? Number 2 is preparation. Is you got to do whatever you need to do, be prepared to attack the problem and to face your fear. Okay, you got to be ready and you got to prepare to do that. You got to train, you got to get the resources. This is what with real estate agents, this is why I train you. This is why agents coach with me, is to be prepared for how to win. Here's the deal, guys. I want you to write this down. Somebody type this in the chat. When you are prepared, you don't have to be scared. Write it down, type it in the comments. Okay, somebody write this up, chat this up for me. Good morning, guys. All right, here we go. When you are prepared, you don't have to be scared. Hey, Brittany Booker, on your way to Redondo Beach. I will see you in the morning. Cannot wait to hug your neck. Thank you, Heather Ward. Good to see you. When you are prepared, you do not have to be scared. See, the reason we're scared is we're not prepared. But when you're prepared for something, okay, you don't have to be scared of it. You just don't. Like when you're prepared, you don't have to be scared. There's nothing to be scared of because you're prepared for it, right? When you go into battle, if you're prepared, you don't have to be scared. When you face economic issues, if you're prepared, you don't have to be scared. When you're going to have a tough conversation, if you're prepared, you don't have to be scared. When you're going into a game and you're afraid of the competition or the opponent, when you're prepared, you don't have to be scared. The reason we get scared is because we're not prepared. And when we're unprepared, we get uncertain. When we're uncertain, we become weak. So number 2 is preparation. And number 3, because of that, is power. When you are prepared, you don't have to be scared because you're powerful. You have the power, you have the capacity to take action. Okay, the word power is simply the ability to act. It is the capacity to do something about it, to protect yourself, to overcome something, to beat something, to win. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. When you're prepared, you don't need to be scared. Lack of preparation is why most of us are afraid. And then we just go, oh, and we just sit, we chatter what is it called? We chatter our teeth and we bite our knuckles and we just like, oh, and we don't change. We don't do anything to prepare. You have to prepare. Guys, right now, to get to win in 2023, the key right now is preparation. Preparation is what will lead to production, which will lead to profit, which will lead to prosperity. This is the path, my friends. This is the path that you've got to be on right now. Whether you're a real estate agent or a small business owner or an entrepreneur, you have to be in preparation mode right now. You got to predict, you prepare, and then you persevere, and then you prosper. This is how it goes. I'm going to be training on this today in the masterclass. Okay, this is an hour and a half of intense training on exactly what to do to get ready for what's happening right now in the real estate market and in the economy in general. Okay, so get on, register, go to yesmasters.com and get registered for that. Whether you're going to join me live or on the replay, just make sure you block out the time to watch it. Okay, you have to block out time to be in this training because it is going to prepare you for that. I'm also going to give you an opportunity to join me for a 3-day live event in January where I'm going to give 3 days of some of those insane training. To train with me this year, people have come train with me this year in my 3-day events. I paid $5,000 per ticket, $5,000 per ticket to come train with me in person in this 3-day training. Okay. Now you're going to be getting 3 days training with me for a literal fraction of that. Okay. For as little as $197. So get registered. Go to yesmasters.com, get registered. I'll talk about the event, but the most important thing is whether you want to come to the event or not, is this will prepare you for 2023. Okay. So with that, stop being scared. When you're prepared, you don't have to be scared. If you're not prepared, make a decision right now to invest in yourself and get prepared so that you can win in 2023 and beyond. Have a great morning, everybody. I'll see you guys on the training. 3, 2, 1, off you go.